Welcome back everyone to another Novabug's Retro Gameplay, NRG for short, and it's tennis season again of course, and here we are, let's have a Racket Attack shall we? Interesting name for a tennis game. An interesting name and an interesting game in a few different ways. So, it's on the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. I don't do many games on this platform for obvious reasons, and it was released by Jaleco in 1988. Very basic stuff, really. Man or woman, yes, I'm one of those. And we can go through the profiles if you want, it's all very boring stuff. With these weird names though. Odd names. Gibco first? Shall we be Brofsky? Yes, let's be Brofsky. And we're going to be playing Gibco. Yes, so it's Brofsky versus Gibco. That's a tennis game for you. Let's play on grass. Hard clay and grass, the usual stuff. It all works in one tennis action. There is a two-player option, of course. 1 versus 1. Player versus player. And here we go. And my shirt's clashing with the lawn. So, the first thing you'll probably notice after a few points is something that can be very distracting on this game. Not something I've come across on many tennis games. I think David Crane's Amazing Tennis does this from memory, and I think there's a few sort of scenes in one of the Top Spin series that do this, where the aspect ratio of the camera angle changes upon serve. Or it actually happens on passing shot as well, doesn't it? So yeah, you serve and then it flips to this different camera, which takes a while to sort of get used to. And also then the ball is motion tracked. The camera is then tracking the ball. So we get this wide angle view for the serve, and then it flips into a high angle camera where the camera is basically tracking the ball, and as a result it's quite distracting in a lot of ways, and moving up and down and wobbling around a bit. It's a bit like the cameraman's a bit drunk. That'll bit that out. And that's another thing I'm going to come to in a minute as well. I love Gibco's pink shirt. Very lovely, snazzy. And shorts too, matching. What are the positives of this game? Well, the positives are the animation is pretty nice, albeit a little bit jerky and a little bit slow. The camera angle is fine on the main play area. I think it should remain a high angle though. I'm not sure the low angle for the serve is required. I don't see why they've done that. Oh, that was annoying. I've missed that. Yeah, so there's a lot of jerking around, a lot of movement, a lot of juddering, which is a little bit distracting when you're trying to follow the smooth path of the ball. The ball is actually very well scaled. There we go. It sort of turns into a cross and it's right at the back there. It scales quite well. It's got a nice shadow effect to it. Yeah, it moves around pretty nice. The collision detection is a little bit of a worry sometimes. Not on the serve, that normally is bang on. Sometimes you can be way off the ball and hit the ball. See if we can try and get an example of that. Well, we'll see what happens. It looks like you're way away from the ball and you somehow manage to connect with the ball on a sweet strike. Sometimes you're right in front of it, and he just will swing and completely miss for no reason at all. I'm not saying they're like that. There you go, there's a great example right there. I was hitting the ball perfectly fine from that sort of position, swinged, missed completely. The ball was right in front of me. So the collision detection is a bit dodgy sometimes, and it is very annoying. The other thing that's very annoying is also this is a positional based tennis game, so it entirely depends on your position and the timing of the strike of the ball. Now that is fine. I'm used to playing those Pro Tennis Tour, Great Courts, Tennis Cup 2, things like that. I'm used to playing games like this, old school 8-bit and 16-bit tennis games that have that system. However, this one is slightly annoying, the fact that you really need to get the position so right that you just keep, well, basically even the slightest wrong you'll be like hitting the ball out all the time. That hit me in the nads. If you use the power ball, you've got two shots. You've got a soft shot and a powerful shot, generally one for net play, one for backcourt stuff. You use the hard shot generally when you're on a forehand, say something like that, with the collision detection a bit dodgy there, and you get that slightly wrong. You say you were slightly sort of inward to it, slightly mistimed it, and you do that. You hit it out. And one thing you can do, which is quite amusing in this, which hasn't happened to me while doing any recording sessions, is that you can have an argument with the umpire, which is kind of fun. So yeah, the fact that you hit the ball out all the time is something you've got to really get used to. It's something of a learning curve you have to adjust to in this game, and as a result there will be a lot of rallies. A lot of the computer opponents, I want to say, are much of a muchness. They behave in very similar ways. They also seem to be skidding on ice a lot of the time at the top there. I just noticed you never play at the top. When you change court, the camera just flips around to the other side. So you're always playing at the bottom, which is good because a lot of tennis games it's nice to be playing at the bottom all the time. You've got funny. I've just noticed the crowd, which are just blobs of white, red, and pink. Let's have a look at the crowd again. I haven't mentioned the best aspect of this game yet, though. We'll come to that in a second. Let's just have a look at the crowd. There seem to be blobs of red and green and white, which is very bizarre. Yeah, and pink as well. The synthesized speech is absolutely gorgeous, though. I really do love the 8-bit synthesized speech on every point as well, so there's plenty of it. I do like that. I find that's kind of fun. It can slow the game up a little bit, but I think that's kind of nice to have that sort of on every point. And it's sponsored by Wilson as well. It's got an official sponsor at the back there. Wilson. Ooh, very impressive, Jaleco. On the whole, though, you can lose a few hours with this game. It is a challenge. It takes a while to get used to. I must have played this for at least 3 hours before being satisfied with this cut to record. At least. That was a nice shot. Sometimes you can actually construct really nice shots and be really, really happy with yourself. And them unusual names just is quite amusing. Also, it does look like your player's got a bit of bandy legs. You know, your man seems to be suffering from rickets. There. Sort of bendy legs, sort of legs that sort of coming in at the knees, like someone smashed his knees before he's gone out on court. As well as put ice on their shoes, of course, because it does look like they're sort of scadding around the place a lot of the time. The clay courts are fine. That's the first time I've messed up the serve. You can mess up the serve if you really, really don't. I mean, it's so easy to serve. I mean, 2 button hits and that's it. It's done. Oh, obviously, I've hit that. That was an open court there and completely overhit it. That's a kind of example of what I was talking about. You got nice little interim jingle tunes, nice title screen. A lot of title screen with the little animated, little animation stills in the title screen, with a nice little jolly tune, very upbeat tune, I'd say. And of course you've got the scores being shown on the background, so it's all there. This game's got it's all there for an 8-bit game, for an 8-bit tennis game. It's all there, and it's all quite slick, apart from that really odd camera angle experience, moving around, sort of camera tracking. It's either some people are going to loathe that or actually just gel with it. The animation is a bit weird sometimes. The camera, the collision detection is a bit dodgy most of the time, which is a shame because you really got to have accurate sort of like collision detection with tennis games. And of course, you've got the fact that overhitting is way too common in this game, way too common. But it will pass the time. It's rather amusing, and it's on the NES, and I would have been happy playing this kind of tennis game on the NES back in '88. Thank you for watching. That's this round of tennis over. See you on the next one. Novabug.
Out. 15. Love.